Good evening. Let's come up here. We're very dark in the craft room this evening. Night has fallen. We haven't done any sort of evening crafting. Let's move some of these lights around a little bit. Haven't done any evening crafting for a long time. And I don't have a lot of, I have lots of light where I need it in my craft room, but the craft room itself is not very well lit. So I do look it looks a bit spooky, so I do apologise for that. But my name is Helen Jennings. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator based here in the UK. And I am still struggling to find a sweet spot to go live on a Monday, but I'm here free this evening, so I thought let's jump on and do a live. And if you're not around to catch it live, hopefully you can catch up at a slightly later time. Let's see if that no. We'll have to have a bit of a play with lighting. I'd got it just about right, and then I moved it all sillily um, to put it onto my desk, and then put up my forward-facing camera, and we're all spooky again. But never mind. So let me do a little bit of introductions about who I am and where you can find me. So this is my website, Love-a-Duckie.co.uk, and that's where you'll find lots of inspiration. You'll find links to shops, to downloads, to blog posts, to sign up for my newsletter, all sorts of things happening over on my website. So that's where you'll find that at lovaduckie.co.uk. And if you're looking for me anywhere on social media, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, um, Instagram, couldn't think which one I'd missed then do look out for Love-a-Duckie, and hopefully that's where you will find me. And things that are happening at the moment that you need to be aware of. This is the big one. This is definitely the one that you need to be aware of. If you are not already a member of the Stamping Up family, then there is no better time than right now, because you have these two 35% offers for the 35 years of Stamping Up starter kit offer. The first choice you can choose. Normally, when we're not haven't got offers like this, normally the starter kit is £99 and you get £130 worth of product. So that is the basic starter kit. But this first option, you're still going to get £131 worth of product of your choice. You get to choose what that is. But instead of paying £99, you can opt to pay £64.35, which is 35% less. So that's your first option, is to have the normal amount in the starter kit, but to pay £35 less for it. Or your second option is to stick with the £99, to pay the £99 for your starter kit, but get 35% more in it. So you pay £99 and you get to choose £175.50 worth of product. So both of those offers are astounding, and it just depends which way you want to go, whether you want to choose slightly less, pay slightly less, and get that sort of standard amount in your starter kit, or whether you want to pay the standard amount and get so much more in your starter kit. But whichever you decide to do, if you have any list at all of things you want to get from either the annual catalogue or the mini catalogue, or indeed from the clearance rack, from online exclusives. There's some online exclusive pre-order going on at the moment. You can add those to your starter kit if you've had sneak peeks of those somewhere and desperately want some of those. However you opt, whatever you want, um, if you've got an order that is sort of £65, then pay £64.35 and get £130 worth of product, or pay the 99 and get £175.50 worth. So there is no better time. And as I always say, there are no expectations. Nobody is going to chase after you to get that starter kit back. What you do with your what you do beyond that is entirely up to you, whether you just want to shop for yourselves at a discount, whether you would like to get together with friends and do some crafting. Whatever you want to do with that is entirely up to you. There are no expectations, there are only opportunities, and people will join for the discount and they will stay for the people and for the opportunities and for the experiences, because there are so many to be had when you become a member of the Stamping Up family. So yeah, and that is only going to be available until the end of the month. So you've only got just over a week to sign up for that. But do reach out and get in touch if you'd like any more information. Alternatively, you can just go onto my website and find the Join the Fun button at the top, and you can take it from there. But yeah, there is no better time to join the Stamping Up family. So other things that are going on, we have a few classes coming up. Quite a few of these are a little way out. This is the Saturday Stampers that's going to the year ahead. That's going to be happening at the beginning of December. Can we believe we're even thinking about December? But we are. Um, there is no Saturday Stampers in November because we have the retreat coming up at the beginning of November, but this Saturday Stampers is going to be the beginning of December, and that is the choice of making yourself a calendar or stocking up on some cards for the year ahead, whichever you want to do. They have a monthly card club in November, and we're hoping to be using the All About Autumn suite. So that is coming up on the 10th. That says 10th of October, but that is not right. It is the second Tuesday in November. I need to look at that because we had to do a bit of swapping round of dates. So I've got the wrong one up there. So it is actually beginning of November. That one is going to be. We have a festive one sheet wonder on Friday. I've got quite a few people coming to join me for that. So that's exciting. We're going to be using the snowflake stamps to create our 12 by 12 sheet and then cut it up to create a pile of Christmas cards. So that's always good fun. The Stamper Stack for November is going to be using the Light the Sky bundle. So that's really lovely with all those sort of firework type images. Really lovely for New Year's cards as well as all sorts of celebratory cards. So looking forward to that one. And as I said, we have the retreat coming up, and you can still book yourself. I could still squeeze a couple of people on if you would like to come and join us. But if you can't make it, but would still like the projects and the bundle and things, then do get in touch really quickly and we'll try and sort you out a retreat in a box. So that's what's coming up. I did mention the other day that the latest Creativity Abounds tutorial is now available. We had our stamp camp over the weekend, which is always great fun. 13 different demonstrators getting together from around the world, creating lots of lovely things with the suite. But every month, those same 13 demonstrators get together and we put together a tutorial bundle. So 13 different projects. And this month, the theme is a holiday theme. So some Christmas, some New Year, some Hanukkah, some all sorts of things going on in there. Some really autumny cards, some really lovely holiday themed cards, projects from the mini catalogue. So that bundle, that tutorial bundle is available on my website under the download section. They are £11.50. And that gets you all 13 of those tutorials. And of course, you don't have to have the exact projects that have been used to be able to be inspired by the projects. So that's a lot of products and projects going on there, isn't there? And the final slide I've got here is one that I've put up today. It is my 10th Stamping Up birthday next week, and I was hoping to be doing things all through the month of October and then wasn't very well, but I don't want it to go unnoticed. So we are going to have there is a special offer on that if you buy the Beary Christmas Memories and More card pack and the card and envelope pack from me before the 11th of November, then I will send you a PDF tutorial to make 10 different cards with it. And I'll show you those products in a minute because we are going to be using the the Beary Christmas suite this evening, of which those Memory More cards and cards and envelopes are a part. So I'll show you those in just a few minutes. And if you would like to purchase that Memory More card pack, and the matching cards and envelopes. And as I say, I will send you out a tutorial bundle as a thank you, as a birthday thank you for free and nothingness. So let us bring back up my camera for just now. Now, I do have to put out a bit of a warning. I'm currently at home on my own. Apart from, we have a new family member, and she may well pad into the scene at some point. Who knows? Her name is Ruby. She is a Labrador. She's 4.5 years old, and she has come to join the family over the weekend. Now, she's still a little bit unsure of her surroundings, so when the other members of the family come in, you may well hear her bark. But I promise that her bark is much, much worse than her bite. She's a real softie, but she's a little bit hesitant, so she does bark when people come in. But she's settling in beautifully. So if you do hear her or see her little nose appear in the background, that's who it is. It's a new member of the family called Ruby. But for now, let us bring in our downward facing camera, and here is my bit weather beaten mini catalogue. Do come on and say hello if you're joining us live. Let us know where you're watching from, what you're up to. Always lovely to chat to people as we go along. And here we have the Beary Christmas Suite. So it is very sweet, a very sweet suite. And the bundle, the Stamp and Die bundle, is actually called the Beary Cute bundle, and it is very cute, very, very cute. So you can see here there's a combination of stamps and DSP, and there's some beautiful DSPs in this suite that just looking moment, my phone is saying battery's getting low. Have a plug on hand. Let's just plug that in and make sure there's no disasters on that front. But as you can see, there's some really gorgeous papers. There's some lovely little stamped images that you can punch out, or some that you can fussy cut. And as well as in this suite, there is an embossing folder, which is the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder, a really lovely embossing folder. Some glittery sequins, some velvety, sparkly ribbon. Let's say these beautiful 12 by 12 papers. There's the Memory and More pack, and there's cards and envelopes. So just a lovely bundle of loveliness and goodness. There's the stamp set, and the punch that goes with it. These wonderful samples just here. You can see where they've used the Memory and More cards there to actually do some memory keeping. And if we flick to the back here, really nice and simple, but really effective little polar bears just there. So they are really gorgeous. Now, I think there are more bears in this paper just here, but I don't know. I think the punch does actually. So this paper just here is called A Walk in the Forest. And this is a paper that is currently available, and it is a making a difference product. So for every purchase of this DSP, they're going to donate, some here will donate £2.50 to supporting organisations dedicated to spreading cheer and providing support to those in need. Here in the UK, it is actually going to the Salvation Army, but this is beautiful paper as well, very festive, and berries and pine cones. But you can see there are these bears. So rather than polar bears, these are brown bears, and some of these bears you can punch out with that punch that is in the Beary Christmas Suite as well. So your punch can do much more, and actually some of the dies from this tree set just here can also be used it coordinates with the Merriest Tree dies and the Beary Cute punch. So a couple of things that are going to coordinate with that paper as well as with this Beary Christmas paper. So let's have a bit of a look at it in a bit more detail. So say you have a stamp set just here, and it's got this polar bear here, or bear, doesn't have to be a polar bear, you can colour in what colour you like. It could be a pink bear or a blue bear or whatever you like. And you've got your little bear just there that you can then punch out with the bear punch. You've got a little bear just here. You've got this bear that's sitting. He looks as if he's sniffing the air, as if he can smell something rather nice. We have a little scarf here for the bears and a hat, so you can dress them up. You have this tree, this simple outline of a tree, and then you have this stamp just here that will give you some detail inside your tree, so we'll add colour to your tree. You've got, say, the scarf, you've got a snowflake, you've got a present, a couple of presents actually, this little one and a bigger one. You've got these dots just here. You can do what you want with those. They could be snow. I should think you could have dotty bears if you wanted to. There's a smaller snowflake, and then you've got some really nice sentiments in there. Christmas is better together. A nice Merry Christmas. That's a really nice Merry Christmas. And some warm wishes. So a lovely stamp set. As I say, the punch that goes with it, that's going to punch out those bears. It will also punch out some of the bears in this Beary Christmas DSP as well as in that other DSP. We have this velvety ribbon. It is beautiful, and not only is it velvety, it is also glittery. So just stunning, lovely ribbon. These are rather gorgeous as well. These are the adhesive backed glitter sequins, and so they are in, I think it is balmy blue. Let me find the suite again. What page are you on? 22 to 24. So that's what page you'll find them in your catalogue, 22 to 24. And the sequins are, it just says blue, white, and old olive. So, but that old olive would also, you'd be able to use that with granny apple green, I should think, lemon lime twist, parakeet party. So yeah, very sort of nice generic-y sort of colours that are going to go with lots of things, but they're really beautiful. So those are the sequins, and then we have these papers. Now this one is not quite 12 by 12. There's been a bit sort of taken off the side of that one, but you can see there's this gorgeous little scene with all these polar bears on and this starry night sky, and on the other side of that you've got these lovely stars, a lovely sort of generic pattern. You've got lots of different bears on here. Some of these I think you can punch out with punch, but you've got bears with a little rabbit, putting the star on the tree, lots of bears with presents, a little baby bear balancing a present on his head. So some lovely bears just there. Then this gorgeous patterned paper just here with these sort of stripes going across in blues and very vanilla. It is very vanilla actually, is the colour, the coordinating colour for this pack rather than white. I love this with all the paw prints. So you've got a variety of paw prints in there. Spot the paw prints, who's belong to who, and scattered amongst the paw prints are all these gifts, these presents. And we've got like a snowflakey pattern on the back there. This is a smaller print, smaller bears in amongst the trees and the snow. And we have all of these trees on the back here. Got this gorgeous paper here that is just chock-a-block full of presents. And then we have a green stripe on the back there. And then to go along with our bears, we have the moose and deer and Arctic fox. There's a seal in there. So lots of other little rabbit down the bottom here. Lots of other little animals, including deers with their Christmas jumpers on, that you can use in your projects. And then I love this red stripe just here. So very sort of Scandinavian knitwear sort of feel to those patterns. So gorgeous papers. So that is the papers and the stamps, but there is also, as I say, the Memory and More cards and the cards and envelopes. So these come as two different things. The Memory and More cards are one item, and the envelopes and card bases are another item. So this is the Memory and More, and you get, I think it's 4, 5, could even be 6 of each of these. So you get quite a little bundle of each style. So give the gift of Christmas, and then you've got, well, I've got one of each. Then you've got this stripy one, wishing you the best this season. And then North Pole notes, that would be really good if you're doing a scrapbook page. Let it snow, there's some more of those paw prints. And then you've got one with all the presents on. May your Christmas be cozy, and on the back of that is this row of trees that just needs a sentiment or something up there. Good tidings and warm wishes. Then you've got this one with all the presents around the edge, and so you could just have a greeting in the middle there. And then you've got this blue starry snowflakey border and the stripes as well. So those are the small cards, and then the big cards, season's greetings. Then on the other side is the sort of bears. They all look like they're having a Christmas party there. A Merry Christmas, whole host of presents there. You've got the snowflake background. Christmas is better together. Look at that little family of polar bears. And then you've got some stickers. So you've got 2 each of these sticker sheets. So these will be adding in some of these greetings if you wanted to, if you didn't want to go to another stamp set. Warm wishes with love for you. Christmas is better together. Let it snow. Warm and cozy. Merry Christmas too from. Got these borders. You've got polar bears and seals there, some deer, a couple more polar bears, lots of trees, lots of presents, joy, stars, lots of little stickers there, and you get 2 each of these stickers. So 2 of that one, 2 of that one. So that is the memory and more. You get 54 cards altogether total. So some of them are the 3x4 and some of them are 4x6. So obviously those are half the size of those. So that's the memory and more card pack. And then there is the Beary Christmas Memories and More cards and envelopes. So you get 10 of this balmy blue one that's got this snowflake, sort of snowy background with these sort of grey whooshes coming along it. So that's really pretty. And the envelope that goes with that, you can swap them around if you like, has snowflakes on it and snowflakes on the flap. And again, very vanilla. So that is the card and the envelope for that one. And then this one is a, it's either way. So you could have stripes at the top or stripes at the bottom. But it's lovely red with these red sort of Scandinavian type stripes going on the flap, and some trees down here in the bottom. So that is the card pack. So say you get 10 of those and 10 of those. They're a good size card base. They are 4¼ inches by 5½ inches, or 10.8 by 14. And obviously your cards are scaled to fit on there with just a little bit of a border. There you go. Don't need to do much more to that, do you? Yeah, there you go. Put a few little sequins on it. You might want to tie some twine around it, and away you go. You've got a Christmas card. So they are really good. They're really good for making really lovely, quick and easy cards. And as I say, they're all scaled to fit, and you get 20 cards and envelopes in total, and 54 of the double-sided cards in a combination of the big ones and the small ones. So the card pack is £9.50. The envelopes, cards and envelopes are £9.50. So that's £19 in total to give you that whole bundle. And with that whole bundle, you will then get a PDF tutorial if you order it from me before the 11th of November. So let's put that to one side for now. But don't miss out on that offer. It's a good one. And if you've got a lot of Christmas cards you need to make and you want some quick and easy ones, then they really are a good way to go. But we're not necessarily going to do all quick and easy today. I'm going to get out my decor circles. I'm going to get out my ruler and see How big do these go? Could actually. I'm going to come down a size. I'm going to use this this deckled circle just there. So it's the second size down. It's not the largest. Second one down. I'm going to grab a piece of balmy blue cardstock. Thought I was going to have to open another packet, but there's some just there. Should have got myself a drink of water before I came on. Let's get ourselves a piece of balmy blue cardstock. Oh, just caught a ribbon and knocked it onto the floor. I'm going to cut this so it is 14.9 centimeters wide. Now, if you're doing this and you are using imperial size cardstock, you will probably need to use a smaller circle. That ruler won't do me any good because it is just metric. Let's grab my ruler. Oh, you know, you might get away with this one actually. Yeah, 5 11 inch. You'll be able to get away with this second size circle. Actually, you won't need to swap your circle, but you'll just need to cut your cardstock. So I would cut it so it's 5.5 inches wide. I've gone with 14.9 centimeters. Cut it so it's 5.5 inches wide, and the whole length. We won't need the whole length probably for this one, but I'm now going to score it at 14.9. I will just carry on using the whole length. Didn't actually score. Let's try that once more with feeling. That's better. That's why. Let's try that once more. I did wonder why that wasn't scoring. It wasn't quite in the groove. It had been knocked out of its groove. That's better. So I'm going to fold that in half. And hopefully that piece of card will work for that one. Right, we're going to make a circular easel card. The really lovely thing about these deckled circles is the ability to make fancy shaped cards, which is great. So what I'm going to do, I have folded that card in half. I want this die to overlap the top slightly because I don't want it to cut out a full circle. I want it to be nearly a circle, but with a bit of a join at the top there. And we did this fairly recently when we made a circular size card. So we could just have a circular card doing this, but we're actually going to make it into a circular easel. So we're going to cut another of these circles out of this piece of card. So I will go and die cut that on the die machine behind me. In fact, try and move it towards me a little bit. I have things galore piled on it. Let's move those out of the way. I will die cut this. Now this is obviously going to need a bigger envelope. It will need a 6-inch square envelope, but I have some of those in my stash, so that's okay. Hopefully that's something that you can get elsewhere in the world. Let's take the top off of there a little bit, but that's okay. So we have now our card, but it has that hinge on it because we didn't take our die. We left our die hanging over the edge just there, so it didn't actually cut through the card, so it's left it with that little bit of a hinge. So now let's take that same die, should have fluffed it up a bit on my cardigan. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. Let's pop that on there. It's well and truly fluffed up now. And let's die cut ourselves a complete circle. There we are. Take that circle off of there. We may well need to cut ourselves some paper and things in a minute. Some more circles. But for now, let's just concentrate on getting our base. So I'm going to fold that so it is in half. Let's bring in a foam folder. And that is going to come like that. And then this bit is going to stick on there. Oh, that was good. That was very lucky. Got that lined up beautifully. So let me just push that back there. Let's see if we can line that up beautifully for a second time. Yes, we can. And now we have our circular easel card, just like that. And it's quite a nice big area that we're going to be decorating just here. So let's have a look at our paper and decide what we would like to have in that background. Now I'm going to need to come down. I think we'll come down a couple of sizes and give ourselves a bit of a border. And I'm going to use this Starry Sky piece just here. So that will need to be out there, I think. I'm going to drop it back a bit. Yes, that's about 12.5 centimetres. So I'm going to cut 2 of these, one for here and one for under there. I'll just run that through the machine. There's one Starry Sky. Snuggle that up because then that gives us quite a nice strip down here if we want to use that for anything. I think I am going to go back for the circle in between. I'm just going to do some berry vanilla, I think. Excuse me while I shuffle around under my desk. There goes the dog going, what on earth is that noise? What are you doing? So we'll die cut ourselves. I can hear some little paddy paws coming this way. Die cut some of these circles. Hello, you. To see what we're doing, why we're making noise. Yes. Can go on there, and that can go on there. Obviously, I haven't stuck those down yet. Does it matter that they're not quite not quite as they should be? Right, let's have a little look. Let me find my pack of paper because some of the other sheets will have already been started. This one has had a polar bear punched out of it. I'm going to take my scissors and cut around here. Is he the right size? I wonder if he's a bit small. Let's have a look. Nope, he's about perfect. So let's line him up and punch him out. And I've got this little one just here. I think we'll cut him out. Wonderful thing about papers like this is that there's so much you can do to cut the little characters and things that you want out of the paper. Let's come to this one just here that's got all these other lovely creatures on. We'll have a fox, I think. That's a little rabbit. I don't think I'll do a seal. I think that might be a little bit random. I have this little one just here that looks a little bit like it could be a husky almost. Reminds me of my grand puppy. She's a husky cross. Looks a little bit like this one. Down we come. A little husky. Rather magnificent stag. Getting round these horns, these antlers. I'm leaving a bit of a border around all of these. The one that we punched out naturally has a bit of a blue border around it, so we're maintaining that little bit of a blue border with the rest. And we come. Let's have this rather handsome little chap here. They're such fun. Looks like a Christmas party I'd quite like to be invited to. It's not all about the bears. Bears and friends. And his nose. And then let's not miss out on this little rabbit just here. So if you love fussy cutting, these sorts of papers are just great. You could sit down in front of the telly and cut yourself up a little storm of characters. Now, wondering about some trees. Oh, there she goes. She's barking now, and somebody's just coming in. Won't last long. She's realised they're friends, not foes. She'll be quite happy. Let's cut around this little star on the top. And round we come. And we'll whirl round the bottom here. Right. We'll have them gathering around this little tree. Baby bear and rabbit. We have that husky type one behind there a little bit. How cute are they? What a little gathering. Move this paper out of the way for a minute. They need to come back to it, who knows? I think we'll start by sticking on this little arrangement just here. I'll get myself a few little some dimensionals as well as glue. So let's start with the tree in the back here. And have that fairly central. And then we'll have this polar bear coming in on this side. This deer coming in on this side. Our little husky friend just here. Let's pop some dimensionals on the back of this Arctic fox. Cut my nails the other day, and I think I made them just a tad too short to pull my dimensionals off. Him up there, and then hopefully we'll be able to see that present underneath. Baby bear. Him coming in just here. Ooh, just there, baby bear. Come off on my finger. And then actually I might put a dimensional on the back of this little rabbit. And raise him up as well. There. I've got a nice little collection of animals going on just there. Let's stick this mat here. And stick this mat to here. Let's straighten that up a little bit and make sure that it's sitting straight with the easel. Yeah, that's rather cute, isn't it? this one that wants to come down here. Going to stick this one here. Take some of our blingy ribbon, bring that across there. Let's cut a bit off. Out there. We pick that up. Stick that down there, and then we'll bring this so it comes across. That so it sticks across there. Make sure we stick it on. I am going to put another banner piece over the top of there. First of all, we'll stick this down. Let's have it so it's going really straight across. Sit that back there for a minute. Come in with the stamp set, and I think I have a Merry Christmas. Looking at deciding on colours. Have we got? Yes, a bit of very vanilla here, and I think Night of Navy. Let's have Merry Christmas. I do love the script on that. But we'll also get this Christmas is Better Together. Let's take these scissors. Looking to see if I can see my long scissors, but they seem to have temporarily gone walkabouts. Banner end that. Bring in this piece of balmy blue just here. we are. Let's cut around this, giving it a bit of a border. So much easier with big scissors. If only you could see where your big scissors were. And have that come up on some dimensionals. I'm going to take a little bit of tear and tape. Put that under there. I'm also going to take some edge pieces, I think. And let's add some edge pieces to there, just so that that is sticking to the card base and not just the ribbon. There we go, that's better. And then let's take this. Christmas is better together. I'm going to cut these out individually. Christmas together is better. That's very Yoda-ish, isn't it? Trim that off on the bottom. Decide whether I want that as 2 or 1 in a moment. Let's give this a bit of a balmy blue border as well. Christmas. It's a real mystery as to where my other scissors have gone. I'm sure it's a mystery that will be solved the minute I turn the camera off. Normally the way when things go missing. It's better together, Christmas. This is better. Together. Let's possibly. Oh no, we can get a big one on there. Christmas coming up there. This one might want some minis on it. It's better. We'll have our together down there. A few odd sequins there, but I think I actually want blue, or do I want white? Go blue. A few little sparkly blue sequins in here. One there. Those are pressed down. So Christmas is better together. Got a Merry Christmas on here. Do with a little something just there. Bring in this little not sure whether he's going to be too big, but let's have a sniffing the air. Wonder what he's sniffing for. Wonder what's cooking. Mince pies. What's your favourite? You sniff a bit of mulled wine in the air. See, after some gingerbread. What would be your go-to? It's the Christmas turkey cooking. I'm sure both polar bear would be very pleased with that. I think he's maybe too big to go down here. Yeah, no, he doesn't quite work down there. Let's try this little chap. He's very cute. He doesn't work on that one. He'll have to work on a different project. Could have him, but it feels as if it needs something else, doesn't it? Can't just be him. Decisions. Might bring in this little deer just here. around his little spindly legs. There he goes. Let's pop those, some dimensionals on those, raise them up. Do some very narrow strips. These legs. That's the lovely bit about the edge bits on the dimensionals, is that you can trim them down to whatever size you need them to be. It's no good struggling with my fingernails. Come on, up you come. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And this little chap. And I think we'll have a few more little sequins coming around there. Pop that little polar bear to one side for a minute so we don't lose him. Right. So there's one really big easel card. One thing I will need to do is put a panel somewhere to write on. So for that I'd use the same deckled circle. Which would be that one just there. And just do a partial circle. Have that coming on there, but we'll trim a bit off the end. Perfect. That can fit on the back there. to write your sentiment on. So the sort of card that would be really lovely to send to a family group, from a family group, or even to a partner or a loved one, because Christmas is very definitely better together. So that's a nice big bold Christmas card, but obviously it's going to fold nice and flat, not completely flat. It's going to cost you a little bit more to send that through the post. Might be better as a handmade card. As I say, you are going to need a 6-inch envelope, square envelope, to fit that in. But really lovely, and just those deckled circles are just so fabulous for those sorts of shaped cards and things. Right, how are we doing? I think that's taken us quite a while. We will perhaps leave it at the one big card for this evening, because it is a beauty. But don't forget to check out that special offer on joining. Don't miss out on that bargain. Don't forget to pick up the Memory and More cards and card packs and envelopes, as well as the Memory and More cards, and you could be creating quick and easy projects. Let's have a look. Who could we have out of this lot? Oh, but I let it snow. Really in no time at all. Bit of the glittery ribbon. It's coming across the centre there. A few of those sequins. You've soon got a fabulous card there. Look at one of the red ones. So we've got this one just here. And Merry Christmas. Don't need very much more on that at all, do you? I don't know whether there's anything you'd want to do to that one to spice it up. You could, of course, do something if you wanted to have something different coming across the middle here. You could add in, that might be a bit too busy, that particular one, but would green go with that one? Why not? Some of the trees. Presents. You could have another greeting in the middle there. So lots you can do with these Memory and More cards to create quick and easy projects. And as I say, if you buy the pack of cards and the pack of cards and envelopes, I will send you a tutorial for 10 cards that you can make, and you should have enough to make 2 of each if you should so require. So there we go. I'll leave that one there. Let's leave that one there. I might perhaps make that one up in a minute. But a couple of cards. So that's all from that Beary Christmas suite, which is a gorgeous little suite, and not just for Christmas, of course, because that could easily be, you could use some of these creatures to make fabulous birthday cards or all sorts of things. So definitely not just for Christmas. Bears are not just for Christmas. They're for all year round. So have a wonderful rest of the evening, day, wherever you are, and rest of a lovely rest of the week. And hopefully I will have a video going up for you on Friday. So look forward to that, and take care, everybody. See you all very soon.